Okay, we're gonna do a recording of the gameplay review instead of a live recording, as for whatever reason I can't go live on YouTube, even a little face cam, even on the game recording. So I have not watched the video yet, bro. So I'm gonna be pausing it throughout the video. I've watched the first like 10 seconds. Number one, even this early onto the video, please turn all gameplay music off, especially in-game music. Like the menu game music, that's fine. If you like the menu music, you can keep that on. But in-game music, you don't want on at all, really, like ever. This is good. Got info on that guy, backed up, waited for a time in. I'd say, obviously, as it's a gameplay review, we're gonna dissect it quite a lot, bro. So try not to, when you're watching it back, try not to think that I'm nitpicking at every single thing. I just wanna help you as much as possible and explain as much as possible within like the 12 minutes we've got in this video. So, one, as most coaching I do, look at the minimap. You see how these arrows are pointing downwards? That means that a floor below you. A lot of ranked players don't know this, and if they're up, that means they're a floor above you. If there's no arrow, it means they're on the same level as you. And they can shoot, and then, for example, say if this guy shoots and then runs up here, the red dot will still be there, but the arrow will disappear. That's just a quick little tip from me. Here I don't like after the gunfight. It's fine that you're not taking this gunfight, but after the gunfight, you've not looked at your minimap and you haven't seen where your teammates are spawning. So realistically, you either want to go pull or down cat the other side and hit a pinch on this time, or have some sort of map control for your teammates to, work with your teammates off spawn. You do end up realizing that your teammates spawn there, but you've sort of, taken an extra 4 or 5 seconds to do so. It's okay, stop shooting. That's okay. Good. That's not a bad shot. Let me just rewind it and watch it again just to make sure that I haven't missed anything. That's fine. I mean, they're going to spawn P2 or the gun building back left. Personally, I'd have been a little bit more cautious, but that reach out's not bad. You nearly caught him sprinting. You nearly shot him bad. That's not... No, especially for rank play, channel like that isn't bad. I don't like the trophy usage. You've wasted a trophy, but it is what it is. I like this route. I hit this route a lot. This is fine. Teammates spawned out. They're spawning in the back. Decent shots. Made him one shot. I'm not saying anything crazy right now. Ooh, I don't know about that. I know you. Wow. Okay, you got 3. I don't know if you get the 3rd, but ignore the kills you got right here. 3-1 it one more. Ignore the kills you got right here. I see. You see 3 teammates are in the back, meaning that they've got the back spawns. They've got control of the hill. Realistically, I know you're trying to get this guy out of time, but by the time you move, he's already dead out of time. And they're all spawning to your right. They're all spawning out. As your teammates have blocked the spawns and have just spawned him. You've got the map pressure on the map. You're the person who's pushed out. You want to be getting those spawn kills. You want to be making a stage, slowing the opposition down. And instead you ran back, sort of allowing them to push up the map if they took the right routes. You've given up the map pressure that you would have been applying. I know you did get a couple of kills, but you should really be stayed pushed up to apply that map pressure. In my opinion, you should definitely be staying out there, especially as all your teammates are in the back. Got 25 seconds left on the hold. It's all good. Got your 1. Looking decent right now. Not sure why you slid into hill there. Alright, we've got 15 seconds left there, applying no pressure. Here we want to be getting out. We want to be getting out. especially as you're like solo queued. I'd say that, you know, when your teammate's in the hill, the last thing you want to do is get in the hill as well. You're meant to be picking up rolls. You're meant to be doing what's right on the map, especially if you think you're better than your teammates. There's you know, you could have taken a route underneath the map to hit new, could have hit out left or played mid a little bit quicker. And now see, you got 5 seconds left on old, and your teammates just died, so all of your team are at old, and all of them are at new. Whereas you could have already been pushed out to new, helping your teammate who rotated. It's a bit windy. You get the kill, that's all good. Worked out quite well. For me, if I want to have an impact on the map in this scenario, I wouldn't have done this. But you did get a few good kills around the hill, got sort of hill control. What I'd be looking to do is go and vault or trying to hit through just for the spawns. The spawns are the most important thing on this P3 hill. Obviously, you don't want the other team to soak the time, but the spawns are super important. And if you're anywhere near that B control area and you get kills, that should force the other team to spawn out. So if you hit underground to vault and was sat B control for a little bit as your teammates were getting the kills, they'd have spawned out, and then you'd be in a better position instead of having to run at old and instead of running at old and having to flip the spawn still. See, we've got 15 seconds left. Opposition's on time, and they've also got spawns for the money hill on the map, which P4, you know, is the money hill of this map, and you know, if you don't rotate to P4 once during the game, you're more likely to lose the game than win it. Just the play you made there, let's rewind this. The play you made there, it sort of shows to me that your awareness is a bit lacking. Because your teammate's got 1 kill. If I'm you here, every day of the week, I know there's probably at least 1 or 2 people in the back, and you need to kill those guys to get spawns. And also, I know this guy who just died, you're blocking the mid spawn, so that he's gonna spawn right, most likely, or someone's spawning right. And you know 2 people in the back, so what I'd have been doing is running through art, pinching those guys in the back, or at least getting art control, so you can at least watch what you're watching right now from a better position. Thankfully, your teammate's got a big 2 in the back. See, now you've gone up top art. Even if they're on the hill, this is still a good position to hold the cross. I'd like you to kill the first guy, but that's all good. Now they're spawning in the back. Now they've got massive hill control. A bit of a rogue chow. See if I can pull something up right now. We're gonna do a little bit like, it isn't just a gameplay review. It is, but we're also gonna go into tag maps just to explain a few points, maybe about what I'm talking about. When we look at this scenario right now, wait, not this scenario. Let's go here. Let's pause it at a good point. See, when you're trying this, let's go hard point bolt. See, you're channeling it from here, looking this way. The 2 spawns in the back of P4 are here and here. You are blocking that spawn, right? So they're not going to spawn there. Right as you're running around the corner, there's going to be people spawning right here, and they're probably, you know, you've just shot top art. They're going to know that you're going to want to hit the back, so they're going to instantly run this direction, maybe onto these headies. So when you chow this, it sort of looks like you chowed it without knowing they spawn there, so that's why I pulled it up just to explain it to you. Because that is quite important, knowing that they spawn there, being able to play off that information. I mean, you baited for your teammates, you know, you ran into time, it didn't go well, but you know, your teammates got some trades. Shot's looking a bit windy a little bit, but it's all good. I don't see too much wrong. I'd like to see you play towards the back a little bit more there. But if you had some game knowledge towards the back of that P4, you'd probably help your team out more. Reach out him there. Let me just rewind it. We're only 4 minutes in. Okay, hopefully you can adapt for the second rotation of this. I think the centering's a little bit off. I think you do have to work on your centering a little bit more. I just want to see what sort of routes you take and how you play this. So getting one front and hitting cat, that's more than fine. You've heard him reload, that's good. But even when you get that initial kill like this, so think about it as like this: teammate's got a kill, you've got another kill. It is a 3v2 situational. It's a situational 3v2. You know, they killed one, your team's killed two. You've got one guy baiting in front. Just think about it as this: look at your minimap and go, this guy's baiting in front. You should be running it down with this guy. You should be running this down. You know what I'm saying? Even if you jump just from here into point, or you challenge from, like, challenging the staircase from this angle, it's a very winnable gunfight. So instead of making it a 3v2 bang out into the hill, your teammate's running it down front, baiting for you as well. So he's baiting to hell, meaning that you know, this teammate's giving you two an opportunity to get some free kills on the hill and be able to take this time. But instead of you running it down, you've now created it as being a 2v2. And the guy baiting front for sure is going to die by throwing this nade. So as your two teammates has died, if you run with your boy up here, you're probably getting that trade, and then you've got a better position to get that trade on time as well. So a bit too passive after getting the initial kills on the break for this P1. And now you see yourself, as you've pushed up, now it's a 2v4. You've just killed a guy, so it's a 2v3. Now you're going to get swarmed. So you've played slow when you should have played fast, and you've played fast when you should have played slow, and that's like just all down to situational plays and situationals during the game. That's unlucky. Just lost a gunfight. There's nothing we can say about that. I'm just more looking about how you play the map and all your situational sort of awareness and situational plays that you make, because those are things that you can fix up on, and it'll make the game feel a lot easier. It's hard hitting in front of that hill. There's, you know, nothing wrong with that. See, that was good. That was really good. You know, getting that initial kill and making a more of an unreadable play after you get that kill is really good. So now we're looking at 15 seconds. We're looking at trapping the other team in. We do not want to flip spawns. Teammates are going a bit rogue, you know, no rotations out of anyone. There's all three of your teammates have hit old. You're sort of, you know, you're lurking towards the new side of the map. You know, you're not doing as bad as your teammates. I'd like you to, you know, on this P3 rotation, you want to keep, this side of the map just to get these P4 spawns for the next two hills. So your teammates, all three of them, have ran towards old with 10 seconds left. And you sort of have done the same thing, but you've sort of taken a route, meaning you've got some sort of map control towards, you know, spawners and also new. But I'd like someone to take an initiative and get into or actually hit a good rotation. Let me just reset it now. So I've got room to work if I need to. You're making the game harder for yourself when you're spawning outside of P3. Also, you're making it hard for P3, and you're making it impossible for P4. And This is the exact reason I want gameplay music off. We do not want to be hearing the gameplay music. That's kind of trolling, I won't lie. I think the number one thing for someone like you, early Crimson, maybe Diamond 3 at points, struggling in some Diamond lobbies, is understanding your minimap and being able to read the minimap. So where your teammate spawns, it should tell you where the other team are. So your teammate spawn back here, meaning the other team are still pushed R and P4 side. So looking at the minimap, not just at the opposition's red dots, but also where your teammates are spawning, what lanes your teammates are holding, etc. does give you loads of information when you're like solo queuing, or even queuing your friends or your teammates. Just understanding where the other opposition are spawning and what sort of areas they're in. See, because your team just hasn't had this side of the map control the whole game, especially rotating from P3, you're just stuck in this blender of not getting P4. So the end of P3 is really important to lock down this side of the map for a little bit to be able to get P4. Because if you're spawning bad side P3, it's even harder to get this art building. Whereas at the start of P3, it's a lot easier to get this art building from, or like at the end of P2, being able to assert dominance on that side of the map. That's a good gunfight win. We are one shot. We're sprinting. Don't mind it. See if we realise that that's spawning there. I mean, there's nothing really you can do except sort of play your life. I'd say, you know, as your teammates, sort of, for example, you're trying to make a break, right? You're trying to break this hill. Trying to break the hardest hill to break on the map. When you see your teammates die, you need to play your life. Trying to get a pick, try and get a kill. You can't be throwing away your life when you're the most important player on the map. You've got to wait for your teammates to spawn up. Because you're not going to run into in, pop a 4-piece and be the hero. I mean, especially not when your teammates are dead. If you run into here when you're all three teammates are front, that's fine. Just not the right time to make that sort of play. Now your team are in the blender. The teammate got 2 kills. We've got to go. We've got to go. Yep. Should have all spawned out P1. The other team. It's a very winnable game, but a few of these fundamental aspects are the reason that your team's lost this game. Hitting old, not working on keeping spawns for the money hill through P3 and P4. I'd say your team has been the better team except for P4, but that's the most important hill on the map. That's the hill that's going to win you or lose you the map. So now you and your team are getting every single kill on the map. Good nade from him. What else up? Okay. So we spawned out. Team's collapsed, all good. Wasn't too bad. But you know at least 2 people at new, or plan those new rotations. I'll play better. Played a lot better. When you're pushing from poolside to P2 and you know you've got a time in, I'd say not to hesitate and just run it down. But it's worked out, so it's all good. And once again, as someone with a sub in this situation, you want to be pushed out front. Obviously, you don't have like sort of time to get out front, but when your teammate is in the hill, just don't get in the hill. Because it makes them tweak. I don't know, especially a hill like P2 Vault. I always avoid going inside the hill when my teammate's in there. You sort of turtled up into the hill with your team. sort of just bring chaos on yourselves instead of you could have been out somewhere holding a lane or something. Your teammate is costing you right now, but I haven't seen you and your team have P4 really, so you know it would be an absolute slamming if you had P4. This is a slightly better rotation to P3. I'd still like to see you, when your teammate has rotated to this side P3 and he hasn't gone top art, you need to go top art. You need to fill in that gap. You need to play that role of going top art on this rotation. If your teammate does it, then you don't have to do it. But if your teammate hasn't done it, you have to do it. Just to be sure, just to make sure that you know your team's making the right play. Because the only person that can be sure to do it is you, because you're solo can. So you have done it eventually, which is good. I'd like to see it be done a little bit quicker. Because for example, if you went mid and the guy B control died, they could easily get ARP before you had a chance to rotate back to it. Shit, I'm bad. We still want to be playing our life here, as your whole team has spawned out. We want to be playing our life. Teammates are spawning in now. Yep. It's good that you played your life and didn't jump down on that guy. You should know the guy's below you somewhere. But I'd still be trying to look towards old. Here we go, we do it eventually. Get the kill. 2 dead. Team kill. Getting some freebies. I just want to see how this ends real quick. Teammates get a couple. We should be going. Making it mixy. 3 around hill. Lord. Oh wait, we lose this, right? Ah, we're good. Teammate teed up with a big 2 at the end there. There's no way. Yeah, we're chilling, right? Sure, we're chilling. You're lagging a bit here. So when you look at the scoreboard, it was really good individually. Made a few fundamental mistakes, which if you can cramp down on those sort of things, you'll find it's a lot easier to play ranked. I did want to quickly speak about something. See, when you're watching this sort of thing, when you're watching top art, you see there's a guy below you. I'd say try and kill the guys off of old, or try and at least get some information of where they're heading. Because if you can kill these guys, they're going to still spawn out, and it relieves pressure on the map. You've got to also check your back because someone's below you. But fighting old or being able to chow and get freebies at old just relieves pressure on them pushing out your side of the map and being able to push P4 straight away. If you, for example, if you can get a couple of free kills when they're coming off old, that means they're spawning far out. It's like impossible to break still. Whereas I feel like you spent a lot of time, watching your back. Whereas you need to watch your back every like 2 to 3 seconds. You need to just check it just to make sure that the guy below you wasn't making a play. But either way, I think mainly the awareness and the understanding on how to play and fill in roles during the game is an issue. I also think centering can be improved. But a lot of situational based plays are the issue, and if you can fix those, it will make ranked play feel a lot easier than it is. Anyway, I do appreciate the opportunity to review the gameplay. Make sure you tune into my stream, twitch.tv/Nathan Parker. We're vibing in there. Also can give some free tips in there as well. So I do appreciate you.